I wonder, I wish I had a list of, let's see.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is People versus Tiffany Adams, file 201340 SD2. Mr. Becker is here on behalf of Ms. Adams, and Mr. Chamberlain is here for the people. And this is the date for sentencing on the defendant's conviction for operating while intoxicated. So, Mr. Becker, have you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report and substance assessment?
I have, as well as the alcohol assessment, Your Honor.
Okay, and any changes or additions you'd like to propose?
I'd ask Tiffany if there are any, but it looks absolutely correct to me.
All right, Ms. Adams, any concerns about the report itself?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Becker, what would you like to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, this is a case where we held out hoping the COVID-19 crisis would cause the prosecutor to reduce the charge to an impaired, but it turns out that Miss Adams has not been driving due to complications of this case and nothing else related to nothing else other than her license expiring. She's basically suffered more indignity and more problems than had we pled guilty right up at the beginning. Miss Adams has a spotless record. Even her driving record is good. She has everything going for her. She's becoming a teacher, if I recall, special ed teacher. She's in her last year, or she may have finished her year of schooling while this case pended. She's been on probation, on bond for over a year with testing conditions, has not missed a thing. She's done everything by the numbers. She's always admitted her error in this incident. In the incident itself, the only thing that happened is she turned too early at a corner and rubbed up against a stop sign. She did push the stop sign over. One thing that is not in the report is the County Road Commission requested $142, let's call it $143 for restitution, which we have no problem with. The young lady has all the right answers, all the right things going on. Even in the event in question, she and her friends had planned a afternoon and a evening of just fun, getting together, drinking, doing whatever, but nobody was going to be driving. And right up until the end, when the party kind of got crashed, everything was in place, and she'd taken the precautions you expect people to take. But unfortunately, it fell apart at the last minute, late in the evening. So she followed a friend home, fearing for the friend, and this happened in the interim. The incident with the accident was, as you can tell, quite nominal. $142 of road sign needs to be repaid. So I'd ask the court to go with this, no fine, no probation, fines and costs as recommended, and send the young lady on her way. And she has a statement to say to the court. So thank you for that moment, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Becker. I would like to hear from you, Ms. Adams.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
So first, I would just like to take full accountability for my actions. As Mr. Becker did say, it was never the plan, and I don't know if people always say that, and I fear that that sounds silly, but it really wasn't. The woman who had met me at that scene was who I was staying with when I was up there. And she had even said to me that day, please call us at any time of day if you need a ride home. And I had said, don't worry, Lynn, I'm staying there. I'm staying there. But my emotions and clouded judgment got the best of me. And it is a lapse of judgment that I have lived with and reflected on every day since. I reflect on how I can tell everyone who will listen why it's the impact of your actions. And I think about the horrors of my decisions, but also the horrors of the what ifs of the lives that I could have affected. I'm just immensely sorry for my actions and remorseful, and I'm ready to put it behind me in a positive way that I can grow from. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Adams. Mr. Chamberlain, anything for the people?
Your Honor, just two things. This was Joe's as part of this. He said he would agree to no probation, just fines, costs, and restitution. Again, with what Mr. Becker did say regarding restitution, it says 0 on the recommendations, but it is $142.56 or rounded up to $143. Other than that, there's nothing else, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, this is sentencing on the defendant's conviction of operating while intoxicated, and the facts are the defendant was, as Mr. Becker stated, had a get together with some friends and had too much to drink, and the data master resulted, well, the defendant hit a roadside sign, and that was because apparently she had missed a stop sign when making a right-hand turn, and ended up scraping the stop sign itself. The blood alcohol level was a 0.16 according to the data master, and it was a 0.18 on the road. The defendant has been forthright about what happened. She takes full responsibility. Her statement today was very thoughtful, particularly the part about the lives I could have impacted by making a poor decision to drive with an elevated alcohol level. There's part of the assessment that you should pay particular attention to, Ms. Adams, where it states, it was explained to her, meaning you, that receiving such a diagnosis was closer than she might have thought. Having a 0.16 blood alcohol concentration could suggest tolerance and her alcohol use getting out of hand, and suggest a potential inability to control alcohol intake. Further, using alcohol while under the effects of her medications could be considered risky use. Now, there are no other indicators of a substance use problem except that blood alcohol concentration, double the legal limit, is a big concern here because it's difficult for me to conceive that there isn't some, or at the time, there wasn't some tolerance and something beyond just social drinking going on to get to that level. So the recommendation of the substance use assessment is some educational, well, says a prevention class to deter future drinking and driving instances is encouraged, and that would be the alcohol highway safety education class and victim impact panel. Given, well, taking into account that the defendant is 24 years old, she has no prior criminal history, she's obviously well-educated, has a bachelor's degree, working on becoming an elementary school teacher, and otherwise seems to be an upstanding citizen and thoughtful and definitely takes responsibility for her actions. What I'm going to do is I am going to impose a short term of probation only to make sure that there's the classes are completed. I think it's a good idea, and the reason for that is that there is a rehabilitative purpose behind the probation as recommended by the substance use assessment. So what I'm going to do is place the defendant on a short term of probation that's going to be for 3 months. Now, it's my understanding, Ms. Adams, you've been testing 4 times a month since you were placed on bond back in 2020. You're muted.
Sorry, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, and no positives or missed tests?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to eliminate that requirement because I'm surprised we didn't lower that at some point to begin with. But that shows me that you probably have, if you did have any kind of alcohol abuse or reckless use going on, it's under control because you've gone so long and not had any positive tests. So that's good because there's nothing that can derail your future plans and such as an alcohol or drug problem. We see it in this courtroom every day pretty much. So, all right, so the probation is going to be for 3 months, and the purpose is to complete the alcohol highway safety class and victim impact panel. I would release the defendant from supervision once those are completed. The fine is going to be $100, cost $247, crime victims fund $75, judicial system fee is $50, and there's $142.56 to the Leelanau County Road Commission in restitution. The conditions of the probation are that you continue not to possess or consume alcohol. There's no indication of a drug problem, so I'm just going to leave it at that. There'll be discretionary testing this time only for alcohol. The defendant is to complete the alcohol highway safety education class and victim impact panel. Notify the probation office of any contacts with law enforcement if there are any. And be respectful of court employees and care providers. And no bars or casinos. That does not include a restaurant that just incidentally serves alcohol, but it's primarily for the purpose of serving food. But no bars or casinos during the time that you are on probation. So that is the sentence. Mr. Becker, is there anything else for you?
I need a copy of sentencing or the disposition so she can give it to the group that she's trying to get hired with. And
okay.
I have a
Miss Odom, you'd send that out to Mr. Becker anyway, wouldn't you?
I would not, but I'll make sure that the court clerks do. I'll put a note on it.
Okay, so we'll get that to you, Mr. Becker.
All right. I note that I'm over there at 11 o'clock this morning for a prelim. The prelim's not going to go, but it'll be a waiver just so you can note that, but could I pick it up then?
Why did you just say he'll be over?
Oh, is that an in-person preliminary examination?
Well, my documents suggest it is, but you know how these things go. That's,
His documents,
Mark.
is it? Well,
we've also got
We
motion
aren't
minutes.
aware of that, so I think you'll just be zooming in, same as this hearing.
All right, well, we'll Zoom it then. Then I don't have to run home and get some pants to wear.
Okay, well, we'll make it easy on you. So, Ms. Adams, I do need you to contact the probation office after this hearing. The number is, we got a pen handy?
Yes,
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, 231-922-4698. And please call them between 1 and 4 p.m. They'll discuss the conditions of probation with you, answer any questions you have about taking the class, which I believe can all be done online. And, that's it. Mr. Chamberlain, anything else for the people?
Your Honor, I just wanted to confirm there was, you didn't give an arresting agency fee. I have no problem with that being zero. I just wanted to confirm that.
I'm sorry, there is an arresting agency fee of $125. Thank you for pointing that out. I missed it.
I'm okay if you waive it personally.
Well, you might be, but Mr. Orkovich might have a problem with it. So
It doesn't go to it goes to the general fund. It doesn't even go to the sheriff's
the
department.
purpose of, oh. Well, anyway, the arresting agency fee is meant to cover a small portion of the cost of making drunk driving arrests or other traffic, well, drunk driving arrests specifically. So I am going to impose that. It's typical in all cases, so I'm going to do that. All right, we're all set for today then, and feel free to sign out at this time, Ms. Adams, and good luck with your teaching career. It's an important job, and we don't have enough good people out there doing that, so we're going to want to sign up, so good luck with it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Your Honor, I'll call in at 11 then.
All right, thank you, Mr. Becker. Thank you, Mr. Chamberlain.
Have a good
And
day.
the 11 o'clock will be a waiver yet. Some argument on the motion.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I'm sure. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right, do we have Mr. Hubble here?
He hasn't responded either.
No, okay. So Ms. Castor, for some
Yes.
reason, Mr. Hubble has not appeared, which is very unusual for him not to appear. And I think what we're going to do at this point, we've tried contacting him by email, and he's just not responding. And he's not in another courtroom as far as we know. So we're going to reschedule this.
Okay.
Okay, you'll get another notice in the mail. And do you want to schedule that now, Ms.
Yeah.
Odom?
Sure.
Okay.
And Ms. Castor, have you talked to Mr. Hubble recently?
No, I seen that he sent me an email a couple days ago, but because I was having difficulty with my cell phone this morning, I wasn't able to get out, in touch with them via phone. I was just going to try to get in touch with them before in a breakout room, but.
Okay. All right, let's see, so we'll do this. What's today? If I can find it, he might even be here. So he's not here in the near future. So we're just gonna pick a date, I guess. Let's see. How about Friday, August 6th, which is next Friday, and then I'll just email Mr. Hubble since it's short notice.
Okay,
6th,
August 6th,
Yeah, let's do 9:30.
9:30.
Sorry about that.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And you'll be zooming in the same way you are today. You will get a notice with the same instructions before that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Feel free to sign off at this time.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, I see Mr. Vasavi is here. And is Benjamin Damhoff present?
What?
Oh, I have Mr. Shaw, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Mr. Smith. Okay, is Mr. Shaw present? We're a little early, so what about Damhoff?
Well, I just said,
Odom?
yeah, I don't remember setting this for a stat. I mean, I guess I understand why, because he's in custody in Montcalm County.
Okay.
But I just reset the prelim
All
and,
right.
and got everything situated with Montcalm County Jail
So that's all.
yesterday. Yeah, that stat, I don't know if that's gonna go forward. Who's M. Smith? What time is this up for? They may show up just with this, for the status though at 9:30. Oh, no, they're not here. It's past 9:30. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I haven't
let
seen
you.
anyone.
Okay, maybe I have an old docket too. Let's see. 29. Well, it's still on the new docket, but apparently they're not showing either.
All right. Mr. Rasby, are you gonna need to talk to Mr. Shaw when he gets here? Oop, he's gone already. All right, if you could, just let me know when we're ready to go here. You're probably gonna need to talk to
Here, I'm gonna have you sign that.